Hey guys, DanHeilman here. We're back with another Awaken Chaos Era video. I'm super excited. I finally got a speed stage 14 Ash team going. It's about 100%. I think I only failed 2 runs out of like 60. So, you know, it's maybe 95% or something like that. So, pretty quick. Averages between 2.5 to 3 minutes. And yeah, the stats are kind of crazy. It took me a while to get it. I actually basically needed to get my Nathalia to A6 to get her enough stats. You know, I don't have the best gear on my account. I have decent gear. And I also needed to put Gangello in a shield set as well as Nathalia. I know everyone's going to complain. I have a team with Gangello, but for these stage 14 dungeons, you got to use whatever you have, whatever you can use to give an edge on this content. The content's hard. It requires very good gear, and it requires the right units to be able to get these down. I'll go through all of their builds after the video. I just want to show you the auto run real quick. It's pretty smooth. And as I said before, I had a lot of trouble with Gangello and Nathalia. Those are the two hardest to gear in here, obviously. Nathalia needs some crazy stats, and Gangello needs some crazy stats as well, because he's weak here. So he's going to get targeted, and the shield set was huge on him because he has a lot of HP. You know, I think he's got like maybe 25,000 HP. So the shield set on him was necessary. Before, he would get to the boss, and he'd be at like half health. Right now, he's going to take 2 hits because he's weak. They're always going to go for him. But you can see they barely broke his shield. And you see that Ignite ticked his shield only because of Brand. Did you see that? So that's pretty cool. He's got basically double shielding there. And that was kind of essential. I'll go through the turn order and the gear and all that stuff. Also, notice that Santis and Gangello are turned off, both of their skills. So that's important as well. Brand is the easiest one to gear in this team. Santis isn't really targeted because she's a blue unit. You know, Gangello is going to get targeted basically all the time. So Santis doesn't need crazy stats. I do have a lot of focus on her to make sure she lands those debuffs. And I do have a cursed set on her. So that's just my normal Santis build that I've had since day one. I've always had her in that same build. So I didn't have to really modify anything for that. And you'll see here, I'm like barely able to kill the ads. So I even need a little bit more stats on Nath to make it a little bit more reliable. And I actually need more focus on Gangello, because if I get resisted multiple times on Gangello, then I think that's the only way I fail. It doesn't happen often, but it happens, as I said, maybe 3 or 4 times out of 100 runs. You can see that enemy right there has barely some HP left. So I just need a little bit better stats on Nathalia. And then, you know, this will be perfect. You can see even my Brand has enough damage to basically finish off that last ad. I should have done a multi-run so I could see the time, but it's, yeah, it's right between 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes, depending on what happens in the runs here. Got the Nathalia skin for being a closed beta test participant. So that's pretty cool. I love the new skins in the game. They're really nice. I think that's a great addition to the game. The only... oh, God. Excuse me. The only addition that I'm really waiting on is gear sets. Save gear sets. I know it's not on their priority list. I don't know if they'll ever do it, to be honest. But, yeah. All right, that's the run. It was pretty quick. It's literally, 2.5 to 3 minutes. Every single time. I'm getting that load data a lot. Let's see what kind of gear we get. And all right, we got one ring that's bad. I'll show you the damage report. Nathalia's doing a lot of damage. Santis is doing a lot of damage. Gangello's kind of just there to make Santis deal more damage. Gangello's not in a cursed set. All right, now let's go through the gear real quick, and I'll show you everyone's gear. All right, I'll go through the easy ones first. So Brand was really easy to build. I have mine in speed sets because you just want him to go before everyone. And you want him to definitely have a good speed lead in front of Nathalia, because don't forget, Nathalia gets a speed buff sometimes. And sometimes that can throw off the turn order. So you want him to be pretty quick. 6 speed sets. But you can see, look at all the gear is basically level 12. I do have 15 boots just to get that speed up there. And you're basically just looking for HP. You want to focus on, you want your speed to be quick. you don't need 225 speed. You can definitely get away with like, I don't know, 190, 180 speed. That should be plenty. You want above 20,000 HP. This gives a nice shield for your team. You want a decent amount of defense. And my focus is honestly really bad. This is kind of like my arena build. The focus is really bad. You would ideally want like 90% focus. So you can see I'm way low on focus. But I do have a little bit of agility and precision in his build. And again, that's mostly for arena. So, okay, that's him. I do have him ascended twice. You might need the second ascension because it gives you even a bigger shield there. I don't know that that's quite... You really want him for this right here. Defense up and attack up. And he also, don't forget, removes a negative effect from all team members. So this can remove the bomb. But usually you kill the boss fast enough where you don't even need to remove the bomb. But mine is ascended twice. He's got really high health. So focus on that health stat and get him some good speed. Okay, Santis, Nathalia, and Gangello. Let's go through them. Let's go Santis next. My Santis is built in a cursed set with a, whatever this set's called. What is this thing called? Raptor set, the focus set. I don't have everything 15, basically most of it. But let's show you the stats. 20k HP, 1800 defense. Those are really important. I don't have any speed built on Santis, and that's important because you need your Gangello to go first before Santis, so you don't want a crazy amount of speed. I actually have 0 speed rolls. This is the very base speed of Santis, 159. You can see I have 130% focus. It's not really that much overkill, to be honest. The 14 bosses have a lot of resistance, so I think you would... Minimum, you want 100%, but I think 120% is good. And maybe even 130% is ideal. I've never seen her get resisted, so I think that's more than enough. So that would be a good target. I don't have a lot of agility, but agility is good on her. If you don't want to get as much defense, you can always go for agility. But yeah, she has A health and B defense, so you do want to focus more on health than defense. Okay? Most of my units are basically fully glyphed. You know, a couple times I'll like not get this because it's just like a little bit of attack and resistance. So it's not that crucial. This one, again, a little bit of flat HP and a little bit of resistance, but the rest are very crucial. So make sure you get all those glyphs on everyone. Do I have Brand? Oh, Brand! Oh, I didn't even realize I didn't have him glyphed. Okay, so I guess my Brand's not even glyphed. I gotta go do and glyph Brand. That's kind of funny. I didn't realize that. All right, now let's move into the 2 hard units to gear. Nathalia, fully glyphed. Abilities are maxed. I have her in broken sets, plus 1 guard set and 1 speed set. The guard set is ideal. You do have buffs from other people in your team, but the guard set just adds more damage. If you can fit her into a guard set, it's also going to make sure she doesn't die, A, and B, it gives her 1 more buff, which allows her to attack another target and gives her more damage. Don't forget that every buff gives her more damage, up to 4, I think it is. 4? 4? Yes, up to 4. So she goes up to 40% increased damage. She has really high attack. Yeah, you can see I really had to pull my best gear off my entire account and put it on her. I leveled up a couple guard pieces, and you know, my gear's very good on Nathalia. It's very hard to get to the stats you need. You can see that some of the ads even stay alive with this gear, so it's pretty important. I did use a potion to get her to a 6th ascension. So, you know, I'll go through the gear real quick because this gear matters a lot more than the other gear. This is just the best ring I have because it has attack and a lot of crit. These boots are pretty nice. Rolls into crit rate and crit damage with attack percent. Lots of attack, crit damage, a little bit of precision. I do have a decent amount of precision on this build as well, which is unnecessary for Ash, but it helps in other dungeons. This is a pretty nice helmet here. Lots of crit damage, and the other 2 stats are kind of useless. And, you know, some speed, crit rate, crit damage. So overall, pretty good build. I'll show you the stats. 4,300 attack and 298 crit damage, 100% crit. The speed does not need to be very high. I think you need to be above maybe 145, somewhere in there. Precision is not that needed. A little bit of agility is nice to have. Health is fine. 10.5k is enough health to live. and the defense is 1100. I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah, that's that. She has C health and C defense, so she's definitely hard to get any tanky stats, but you're looking for all out damage. This is literally the minimum stats that you need to be able to do Ash 14, because as you can see, I don't even clear all the ads every time. I need just a tiny bit more stats to push me up, so eventually I'll get one of these pieces replaced with a better piece, but I literally had to take the best gear off my entire account to do this. Okay, now let's talk about the very last unit, G-Man. Everyone's gonna hate on me in this video because I have the G-Man, but honestly, I wanted a farm team. I wanted to be able to farm 14 very quickly and very efficiently. And Ash is a great dungeon to speed farm. The gear is very good in Ash. So, okay, let me go through. I have one guard set, and then I have 2 speed sets. Now, it's important that Gangello has more than 159 speed so that he can go before Santis. And he needs a lot of HP. You can see I have almost 24,000 HP. I have almost 2,000 defense. The focus is low. I think the only reason I'm failing sometimes, like, you know, 3 out of 100 times, is the focus number. This should be up to like 120% or even 130%. I do have a little bit of precision, which may help me a little bit. You know, he is weak towards the boss, so a little bit of precision helps. I do have a decent amount of agility on him. I don't know that 30 is that useful because you really want to get up to like 45, 50 for agility. But yeah, this was a hard build for me. I actually have a little bit more room in this ring here to roll up, and I'm really hoping I can get a focus roll because I would love another, you know, 8-9% focus. I got 2 guard pieces here. I'll show you the gear on this guy just because this was kind of hard to build. Focus, defense, health, speed, good piece. It was at 12 and I rolled it up to 15 and I got that last speed roll, and that was required for him to get faster than Santis. So I got really lucky on that piece. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to even use the guard set on him. The guard set is essential. It really makes him live through the waves. A lot of focus, health, agility, precision is here nor there. It's not really needed for him. If you have a lot of focus, you don't need precision because even if you get deflected, you can still land poisons. So keep that in mind. Precision is definitely not that useful. Focus is a lot more useful here. So here we go. Defense, health, focus. I actually was able to put him in health boots. You can also run him in speed boots. So if you want, you can run no speed sets and you can run speed boots here instead. And that will give you enough speed to go before Santis as well. But these are pretty nice. Health percent with focus, defense, speed, agility. Actually a really nice pair of boots. I went through the ring. I need to roll that up one more time, but I'm totally out of materials. And this is my amulet here, 50% health, some agility, focus, and defense. So, yeah. All right, that's the build. I actually don't even have him, his abilities. I don't know why. His glyphs are maxed. And, yeah, that's the team. It took me a very long time to get this working. I've been working like crazy hours. I'm working the graveyard shift tonight. I'm working till midnight tonight. So I've been working like crazy. So I haven't had a lot of time to play. So I'm finally happy that I can go in here and farm a 14 dungeon. I can absolutely farm. So right now I'm able to farm Queen of Tides using this team right here. It's slow. It takes me like an hour and 10 minutes to run 10 runs. I can definitely farm this if I build up my team. I just haven't messed with it. I have all the units necessary for Gemini. Ash, I can do 14. Tulpa is actually really hard now. You might need Geralt now for Tulpa. Tulpa's pretty hard. And Witch of the Wind, I have completed 14, but it's not super reliable. I don't even remember what team I used, but yeah. So that's how I've been progressing. That's it for the video. I wanted to go through my team because I finally have an Ash speed team. I've been looking for a speed team for stage 14 dungeons for quite some time. So yeah, there are other teams that are able to be used without Gangello. If you don't have Gangello, Veiled Shot did a really nice video about some Ash 14 teams. But obviously for a speed team, you're really going to want that Gangello. It makes it very quick. So, again, this is a speed team for 14. This is the hardest content in the game, stage 14 dungeon. So I'm pretty happy to finally have this down. Okay, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not already, and have a great day, everyone. See you guys.